I'm here with Yaron Brook from the Ayn Rand Institute in California. We're here at the Steamboat Institute's 5th Annual Freedom Conference. You gave a great talk this morning.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you what your response is when people say, in 2008, capitalism failed us.
I say, what capitalism are you talking about? You mean, capitalism means free markets. Free markets mean free of government regulations. If you look at the industries that failed us in 2008, they were housing, they were mortgages, and they were banking. 3 of the most regulated businesses in the US. So regulation failed us, regulators failed us, government failed us, government policy failed us, the Federal Reserve failed us, all government. Free markets didn't exist in 2007. So yes, we need to investigate what exactly happened and who's to blame. I think when you do that properly, you find that it's all government policy that is to blame. But to blame capitalism is absurd. We haven't had capitalism in America for 100 years, not pure capitalism. And in the banking sector, we haven't had capitalism since the 1930s. Today, on Wall Street, the investment banks are like public utilities. They are so regulated, they cannot make a decision without getting government approval for every single thing that they do.
So there's not a real easy answer, but where do we go from here? What is the best, where do we start, I should say?
Well, the first thing I think people need to do is educate themselves about what capitalism is, what its history is, and that it is the greatest political economic system in human history. I mean, capitalism has allowed us to rise out of poverty, to abandon a life of subsistence farming in which life expectancy was 30, in which our kids died at childbirth or in the early years, into the world around us. Whatever we have around us today, the values we have, the material wealth we have around us, is due to whatever element of freedom, whatever element of free markets, whatever element of capitalism is still in existence. So today you see most of the innovations in technology, iPhones, computers, things like that. No surprise, that's the freest industry we have in the United States, the least regulated one. So we have to identify what capitalism is and know its history and know what a huge, huge value it is to human life, to all human life, including, I mean, the biggest beneficiaries of capitalism, for example, are the poor. Poor people have benefited more from capitalism than the rich. We need to tell that story. And then we need to be proud of being capitalists, proud of being businessmen, proud of taking care of ourselves, proud of creating wealth for ourselves and for the people we love. So we need to be able to identify capitalism as not just a system that works, that creates wealth, but also as a system that is moral, that is ethical, that is virtuous, that is noble and good. If we can do that, if we can project an image of capitalism as a good, successful, the only good and the only successful socio-political economic system, then we have a chance of winning.
One thing I really appreciated about your talk this morning is in America, it seems that capitalism is given such a bad rap, and we hear all the talking points about how it's so evil. And I thought you did a great job really defending capitalism. And I wanted to just let our viewers know, what is the best way for them to watch videos that you all have produced and to actually invite you in as a speaker? Where should they go, and what is the best way for them to do that?
The best way is to go to the website, aynrand.org, AYNRAND.org. Also, they can take my name, put it in Google, or put it on YouTube. There are hundreds, literally hundreds of videos now of me answering questions, giving talks, covering hundreds of different topics available. But most importantly, they should go read Atlas Shrugged. Go read Ayn Rand. There's never in the history of man been a book devoted to defending capitalism that is better than Atlas Shrugged. And read it seriously. It's a great novel, it's a great story, but there's a lot of philosophy, there are a lot of ideas there. If you read Atlas Shrugged, if you go to our website, look at the videos, and then I have a new book out. We're selling it here at Steamboat, but it's available in any bookstore and on Amazon. It's called Free Market Revolution. Buy Free Market Revolution, read it, give it to your friends. It's the blueprint for how we can save America.
Well, we thank you so much for being here at the Steamboat Institute Freedom Conference. And after you read the books and watch the videos, then maybe you can tell us, who is John Galt?